CIET NCERT presents audiobook Maths Mela, textbook of mathematics for grade 4.
Page number 39, Chapter 4, Thousands Around Us. On the top right corner of the page, there is a picture of a small girl who is arranging some slips in lines. Along with the picture, there is a QR code. Scanning the QR code will take you to the additional resources of the chapter. Jaspreet and Gulnaz are organizing a langar, a community lunch, in their neighborhood Gurdwara. They expect around 1,000 people to be fed on that day. 55 people volunteer to serve during this event. Jaspreet and Gulnaz receive many donations. On the right side of the page, there is a picture of community lunch or langar which is being held in a Gurdwara. Two children, Jaspreet and Gulnaz, are serving the people. The donations are given in the table below. Write the number in each case. Below is a table with 3 columns. In first column, donations is written and the item which is donated is given. In the second column, quantity is written and the quantity is depicted with some pictures. In the third column, number is written and students are supposed to write the numbers in the third column. First row, first column. Picture of rice sack is given. First row, second column. 3 columns of 10 boxes each and 9 boxes are given. First row, third column. In number row, there is a blank space for students to write the answer. Next row. In the first column, picture of wheat flour sacks is given. In the second column, 4 ones plus 7 tens is written. In third column, students are supposed to write the number. Third row. In first column, picture of packets of pulses is given. In second column, 10 stacks of 10 matchsticks each and 3 loose matchsticks is given. In third column, there is a blank space for students to write the answer. In the next row, first column, picture of pumpkins is given. In the second column is written 100 minus 7. In the third column, students are supposed to write the answer. In the next row, first column, picture of plates is given. In the second column, 4 stacks of 100 boxes each and 8 stacks of 10 boxes each and 2 boxes are given. In third column, there is a blank space for students to write the answer. Note for teachers. Support children in revising the different representations for 2 and 3-digit numbers through such tasks. Page number 40. The table continues. In the first column, there is a picture of buckets. In the second column, there are 2 stacks of 10 matchsticks each and there are 5 loose matchsticks. In the third column, there is a blank space for students to write the answer. In the next row, first column, there is a picture of oil cans. In the second column, 12 is written alphabetically. In the third column, there is a blank space for students to write the answer. In the next row, first column, there is a picture of packets of salt. In the second column, quantity is given as 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. In the third column, there is a blank space for students to write the number. In the next row, first column, there is a picture of packets of sugar. In the second column, there is a number line on which number 60 and 70 is marked. There is a question mark in the middle of the two numbers. In third column, there is a blank space for students to write the number. Next row, first column, there is a picture of glasses. In the second column is written 10 more than 312. In third column, students are supposed to write the answer. Jaspreet and Gulnaz record the number of people who come for the community lunch at different times. Write the time and draw the number of people who had food at different time slots using HTO blocks as given below. There is a table with 3 columns and 4 rows. In first column, there are 2 clocks representing different times. In the second column, number of people is written, and in the third column, students are supposed to answer the number of people using HTO blocks. First row, first column. There are 2 clocks. In first clock, both the hands are at 12. In the second clock, the smaller hand is at 12 and the bigger hand is at 6. There is a blank space below both the clocks for students to write the time. Second column, 52 people. Third column, there is a blank space for students to write the answer. Second row, first column. In first clock, smaller hand is at 12 and bigger hand is at 6. In the second clock, the smaller hand is at 1 and bigger hand is at 12. Below both the clocks, there is a blank space to write the time. Second column, 145 people. In the third column, 145 is represented using HTO blocks. Page number 41. Third row, first column. In first clock, the smaller hand is at 1 and bigger hand is at 12. In the second clock, the smaller hand is between 1 and 2 and the bigger hand is at 6. Column 2, 325 people. In the third column, there is a blank space for students to write the answer. Fourth row, first column. In the first clock, the smaller hand is between 1 and 2 and the bigger hand is at 6. In the second clock, the smaller hand is at 2 and bigger hand is at 12. Below both the clocks, there is a blank space for students to write the time. Second column, 508 people. In third column, there is a blank space for students to write the answer. The time slot when the most number of people came for lunch is. There is a blank space for students to write the answer. The time slot when the least number of people came for lunch is. There is a blank space for students to write the answer. Let us do Question 1, Part A. Make 3-digit numbers using the digits 3 and 7. Write the numbers in the boxes given below. Circle the smallest and cross out the largest. Below the question, there are 8 boxes. In the first box, number 333 is written. 7 boxes are blank for students to write the answer. Part B. Make 6 three-digit numbers using the digits 3, 5, 0 and 8 such that all numbers are less than 550. You can repeat the digits. Below the question, there are 6 blank boxes for students to write the answer. Part C. Mark the numbers you made in first B on the number line. Below the question, there is a number line on which the numbers are marked as 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500, 550 and 600. Page number 42. Question number 2. Fill in the blanks with appropriate numbers. Part A. There are 20 circles arranged in the form of a caterpillar. On the first circle, number 787 is written. On the second circle, number 788 is written. Rest of the circles are blank for students to write the answer. Part B. There are 10 boxes in the form of coaches of a train. In the second last coach, the number is written 933. On the last coach, number 934 is written. Rest of the coaches are blank for students to write the answer. Part C. There is a picture in which 10 pumpkins are hanging to form a design. On the sixth pumpkin, number 679 is written. On the seventh pumpkin, number 689 is written. Rest of the pumpkins are blank for students to write the answer. Part D. There is a picture of 10 cars in a row. On second car, number 338 is written. On the fourth car, number 348 is written. Rest of the cars are blank for students to write the answer. Part E. There is a picture of 10 fishes in water. On the third fish, number 367 is written, and on the fifth fish, number 567 is written. Rest of the fishes are blank for students to write the answer. Page number 43. As we have learnt in grade 3, the Indian system of writing numbers, which we have been learning and practicing in school to write and add and subtract numbers, was discovered in India around 2000 years ago and is now used around the world. This system was designed so that we can write all numbers no matter how large they are, using just the 10 symbols 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Till now, we have learnt how to write all numbers from 1 to 999. Now, let us explore how to write numbers 1000 and larger in the Indian number system. You remember that Gulnaz and Jaspreet had kept track of the people who came for the community lunch. Let us see how they did it. On the center of the page, there is a picture of stacks of sheet. The topmost sheet has numbers from 901 to 1000 arranged in 10 rows and 10 columns. All the numbers are striked off. Along with the stack, there is one more sheet on which numbers from 1001 to 1100 are written in 10 rows and 10 columns. Numbers from 1001 to 1032 are striked off. How many people came for community lunch? There is a blank space for students to write the answer. Fill in the blanks with appropriate numbers. At the bottom of the page, there is a picture of 9 people standing in a queue. On fourth person, number 1000 is marked. On the fifth person, number 1001 is marked. On the sixth person, number 1002 is marked. For rest of the persons, there is a blank space attached for students to write the answer. Note for teachers. Let children notice how numbers beyond 1000 are written. Lead them to read these numbers and write the numbers. Page number 44. Question number 3. Identify the range of numbers most suitable for the following situations. Share your thoughts. Below the question, there are boxes arranged in 2 columns. Between 2 columns, range of number is written. Column 1. Number of children in your village. Number of teachers in your school. Number of tables in your classroom. Number of books in your library. Number of leaves in a plant. Number of pages in your maths textbook. Number of ants in an ant hill. In the middle column, only 1, 2 to 5, 10 to 50, 50 to 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 500, 500 to 1000, more than 1000. Column 3. Number of books in your classroom. Number of fingers in your classroom. Number of leaves in a tree. Number of letters on this page. Number of children in your school. Number of girls in your school. Number of steps to reach school. Identify things around you that are more than 1000 in number. Below the question, there is a blank space for students to write the answer. Page number 45. Thousands around us. The Thousand Pillars Temple or Savira Kambada Basadi is the most famous among the 18 Jain temples in Mudubidiri town, Karnataka. Built in the 1500s by the local ruler Devaraya Vadiyar, each of its 1000 pillars is decorated with unique rock carvings. On the left side, there is a picture of Savira Kambada Basadi temple. Did you know? In the early 1900s, the population of Indian rhinoceros was driven to near extinction, with only around 200 rhinoceros left. With recent conservation efforts, there are around 4,000 rhinoceroses. It weighs between 1800 kg, 1800 and 2700 kg, 2700, is around 2 meter high or tall and more than 3 meter long. The Indian rhinoceros is the state animal of Assam. My country. India is a country with a rich cultural heritage. It has 788 districts. These districts are divided into about 6 lakh villages, each with its own unique traditions and practices. India has over 7,500 kilometers of coastline on 3 sides. Our country's history goes back over 5,000 years and we celebrate more than 1,000 festivals. Page number 46. 1000. You have listened how to visualize 1, 10 and 100 using dance blocks. Below is a picture of block 1, a column representing 10 blocks and a dice block representing 100. Let us now learn about 1000 using dice blocks. Below is a picture of 10 separate boxes transformed to a dine block of 10. 10 ones is equals to 110 is equals to 10. On the right side, in a cloud is written, counting is easy when we group in tens. 10 tens is equals to 100 is equals to 100. There is a picture of 10 dine blocks of 10 each, being transformed to a dine block of 100. Below it, there is a picture of 10 dine blocks of 100 each transformed to a dine block of 1000. 10 hundreds is equals to 1000. Note for teachers. Give learners the experience of grouping and regrouping in ones, tens and hundreds. The following pages have some examples of tasks to engage learners. Zoltán Pál-Dyens was a Hungarian mathematician and educator who developed Dyens blocks. These blocks represent different numerical values and help students understand the idea of Indian base 10 place value system of writing numbers and carrying out arithmetic operations on them. Page number 47. Let us break up 1000. Below, there is a picture of 10 dine blocks of 100 each on the upper and right border of the page. On the first dine block of 100, the last box is marked as 100. On the second block, the last box is marked as 200. On the fifth block, the last box is marked as 500. On the seventh block, fifth row, first column is marked as 705. On the eighth block, last box is marked as 900. Part A. We are at 900. How much more to make 1000? There is a blank space for students to write the answer. 900 plus blank is equals to 1000. Part B. Mark 800. How much more to make 1000? There is a blank space for students to write the answer. 800 plus blank is equals to 1000. Part C. Mark 850. How much more to 1000? There is a blank space for students to write the answer. 850 plus blank is equals to 1000. Part D. Mark 760. How much more to 1000? There is a blank space for students to write the answer. 760 plus blank is equals to 1000. Part E. Mark 400. How much less is 400 than 1000? There is a blank space for students to write the answer. 1000 minus blank is equals to 400. Part F. Complete the addition facts leading to 1000. Below is a picture of an orange. There are slices of orange in which Some questions are given. In the center, 1000 is written. Questions written on different slices of orange are 670 plus blank, 830 plus blank, blank plus blank, 500 plus blank, 980 plus blank, 775 plus blank, 895 plus blank, 497 plus blank. Page number 48. Grouping and regrouping. Look at the pictures below. Circle as many groups of 10 ones or 10 tens as possible. Write the final number against the following pictures. Below the question, there are 3 groups of 10 boxes each and 4 loose boxes are given. 30 plus 4 is equals to 34. 3 tens plus 4 ones gives 34. Below, there is a picture of 10 columns of 10 boxes each. In the second box, there are 10 columns of 10 boxes each. Along with it, 5 columns of 10 boxes are given. 200 plus 50 is equals to 250. 2 hundreds plus 5 tens plus 0 ones give 250. Notice that moving from right to left, digits of the number correspond to ones, tens, hundreds. Below this, there is a picture of 25 boxes. Dash plus dash is equals to dash. Dash tens plus dash ones is equals to dash. The next picture is of 18 columns of 10 blocks each. Dash plus dash is equals to dash. Dash hundreds plus dash tens plus dash ones is equals to dash. Page number 49. Circle groups of 10 ones, tens and hundreds as many times as required in each of the following pictures. Fill in the empty boxes. Part A. There are 14 boxes out of which 10 are grouped. 14 ones. 110 plus 4 ones is equals to 14. There is a table with 2 columns. The first column is marked as tens and the second column is marked as ones. In the tens column, 1 is written and in the ones column, 4 is written, which gives 14. Part B. There is a picture of 23 loose boxes. 23 ones. Dash tens plus dash ones is equals to dash. There is a table with 2 columns. The first column is marked as tens and the second column is marked as ones. There is a blank space for students to write the tens and the ones digit and the final number. Part C. There is a column of 10 boxes and along with it 27 loose boxes are there. 110 plus 27 ones. Dash tens plus dash ones is equals to dash. There is a table with 2 columns. The first column is marked as tens and the second column is marked as ones. There is a space for students to write the tens and ones digit and the final number. Part D. There is a picture of 10 columns of 10 boxes each and 6 loose boxes. 10 tens plus 6 ones, 100 plus 0 tens plus 6 ones is equals to 106. There is a table with 3 columns. The first column is marked as hundreds, second column is marked as tens, and the third column is marked as ones. Below the hundreds column, digit 1 is written. Below the tens column, digit 0 is written. And below the ones column, digit 6 is written, which gives the number 106. Page number 50. Part E. There are 11 columns of 10 boxes each, and there are 14 loose boxes. 11 tens and 14 ones. Dash 100 plus dash tens plus dash ones is equals to dash. There is a table with 3 columns. Column 1 is marked as hundreds, column 2 is marked as tens, and column 3 is marked as ones. In each column, there is a space for students to write the digits and the final number. Part F. There are 12 columns of 10 boxes each. There are 14 loose boxes, and there is a dyne block of 100. 100, 12 tens and 14 ones. Dash hundreds plus dash tens plus dash ones is equals to dash. Below the picture, there is a table with 3 columns. The first column is marked as hundreds, second column is marked as tens, and the third column is marked as ones. Below each column, there is a space for students to write the digits, and below it is a space for students to write the final number. Let us solve. Identify and write the numbers for each of the following in your notebook. Draw pictures like these if needed. Part A, 45 ones. Part B, 39 ones. Part C, 35 tens. Part D, 86 tens. Part E, 10 tens and 1 ones. Part F, 15 tens and 23 ones. Part G, 34 tens and 12 ones. Part H, 19 tens and 10 ones. Part I, 2 hundreds, 13 tens and 7 ones. On the right side, there is a picture of Diane's block of 1, 10 and 100. Page number 51. Numbers beyond 1000. On the top of the page, there is a table with 4 columns. Column 1, thousands. Column 2, hundreds. Column 3, tens. And column 4, ones. Below thousands column is written digit 1. Below hundreds column is written digit 0. Below tens column is written digit 0. Below ones column is written digit 0, which gives the number 1000. Dean's blocks. Below the table, there are Dean's blocks of ones, tens, hundreds and thousands. Below the blocks, tokens are written as 1, 10, 100 and 1000. We will use tokens in place of Dean's blocks for larger numbers. In the box, there are 10 tokens of 100 value arranged in 2 rows. So, there are 5 tokens of 100 value in first row and 5 tokens of 100 value in second row. Along with the box, there is a token of value 1, and below the box, there is a token of value 1000. Below the box, there is a table of 4 columns. Column 1, thousands denoted by TH. Column 2, hundreds denoted by H. Column 3, tens denoted by T. Column 4, ones denoted by O. Second row, first column 1, second column 0, third column 0, fourth column 1, which gives the number 1001. 1000 plus 0 hundred plus 0 tens plus 1 ones is equals to 1001. Page number 52. There is a table and students are supposed to fill in the blanks. There are 8 columns. In first column, first row, tokens. First row, second column, expanded form. First row, third column, TH. First row, fourth column, H. First row, fifth column, T. First row, sixth column, O. First row, seventh column, number. First row, eighth column, number name. Next row, first column, there are 2 tokens of value 1 and 1000. Second column, 1000 plus 1. Third, fourth, fifth and sixth columns are blank for students to write the answer. Seventh column, 1001. Eighth column is again blank for students to write the answer. Next row, first column, there are 3 tokens of value 1, 1000 and 1. Second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth column are blank for students to write the answer. Seventh column, 1002. Eighth column is again blank for students to write the answer. Next row, there is 1 token of value 1000 and 3 tokens of value 1 each. Second to sixth column are blank for students to write the answer. Seventh column, 1003. Eighth column is again blank for students to write the answer. Next row, first column. There are 6 tokens. 1 is of value 1000 and 5 tokens are of value 1 each. Second column is blank for students to write the answer. Third column, digit 1 is written. Fourth column, digit 0 is written. Fifth column, digit 0 is written. Sixth column, digit 5 is written. Seventh and eighth column are blank for students to write the answer. Next row, first column. There are 2 tokens, one of value 1000 and other of value 10. All other columns in this row are blank for students to write the answer. Next row, first column. There are 2 tokens, one of value 100 and other of value 1000. Second column, 1000 plus 100. Column third, fourth, fifth and sixth are blank for students to write the answer. Column 7th, 1100. Column 8th, 1100. Next row, first column. There is 1 token of value 1000, 3 tokens of value 10 each and 8 tokens of value 1. Column 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th are blank for students to write the answer. Column 7, 1038. Column 8 is again blank for students to write the answer. Next row, first column. There is 1 token of value 1000. There are 4 tokens of value 100 each and 2 tokens of value 1 each. Rest of the columns are blank for students to write the answer. Next row, first column. There is 1 token of value 1000, 5 tokens of value 100 each and 3 tokens of value 10 each. Rest of the columns are blank for students to write the answer. Next row, first column. There are 3 tokens of value 1000 each. There is 1 token of value 10 and there are 9 tokens of value 1 each. Second column, 3000 plus 0 plus 10 plus 9. Rest of the columns are blank for student to write the answer. Page number 53. The table continues. First column. There are 6 tokens of value 1000 each. There are 6 tokens of value 100 each. 6 tokens of value 10 each and 6 tokens of value 1 each. Rest of the columns are blank for students to write the answer. Next row, first column. There are 9 tokens of value 1000 each and 9 tokens of value 10 each. Rest of the columns are blank for students to write the answer. Question number 1. Write the numbers in a sequence forward and backward as indicated. Part A. On the bottom of the page, there is a picture of 8 flowers. On the first flower, number 1027 is written. On the second flower, number 1028 is written. Rest of the flowers are blank for students to write the answer. Part B. There is a picture of a bird. Along with that, there are 8 boxes. On the second box, number 2008 is written. On the third box, number 2009 is written. Rest of the boxes are blank for students to write the answer. Page number 54. Part C. There is a picture of a dumper. Along with it are 8 boxes. On the last box, number 4893 is written. On the second last box, number 4892 is written. Part D. There are 8 boxes. On the last box, number 8003 is written. On the second last box, number 8002 is written. Rest of the boxes are blank for students to write the answer. There is a picture of a frog along the boxes. Let us play. Make the place value slider. Children can take turns to increase or decrease the number as told. Part A. 1895. Increase the number by 1. Part B. 2785. Increase the number by 10. Part C. 3369. Decrease the number by 2. Part D. 5648. Decrease the number by 10. Part E. 6487. Increase the number by 20. On the right hand side, there is a picture of place value slider on which number 2015 is highlighted. Let us think. Question 1. Ram wrote 7,000 hundreds, 2 tens, 4 ones as 724. Is this correct? Write the correct number. Question 2. Richa wrote 5,000 600s, 0 tens, 3 ones as 563. Is this correct? Write the correct number. There are blank spaces for students to write the correct response. Page number 55. Number line. Question 1. Which of these numbers lie between 2,226 and 3,226? Circle the correct answers. The given numbers are 3,316, 3,236, 2,236, 2,216, 3,126, 3,216. Question number 2. Do as instructed. Part A. 1001 and 1038 are marked on the number line. Try to mark 1043, 1069 and 1084 on the same number line. Below the question, there is a number line on which the number marked are 1000, 1010, 1020, 1030, 1040, 1050, 1060, 1070, 1080, 1090 and 1100. The number 1001 is highlighted near the mark 1000. Another number 1038 is highlighted near the mark 1040. Part B. Mark the following numbers on the number line given: 2025, 2080, 2175, 2245, 2295, 2310, 2390, 2430, 2460. Below the question, there is a number line on which numbers marked are 2000, 2100, 2200, 2300, 2400 and 2500. Part C. Mark the following numbers on the number line below. The numbers are 5512, 5548, 5590, 5636, 5673, 5695. Below the question, there is a number line on which the numbers marked are 5500, 5525, 5550, 5575, 5600, 5625, 5650, 5675, 5700 and 5725. Part D. Mark the following numbers on the number line. The numbers are 8679, 8990, 8923, 8763. Below the question, there is a number line on which there are 6 marks. The first mark is 8500. Second, third, fourth and fifth marks are blank for students to write the number, and sixth mark is 9000. Page number 56. Let us play. Use the arrow cards given at the end of the book to make different numbers. Take turns giving a number for the grade to make using the arrow cards. Read aloud the number and express them in expanded form and in words. Below, there is a series of arrow cards of number 3450 and 2, which are placed one over the other to make the number 3452. There is another series of arrow cards of number 4080 and 5, which are placed to make the number 4085. Notice that the arrowheads of each card are aligned. 3452 is made up of the cards 3450 and 2. The expanded form of 3452 is 3000 plus 400 plus 50 plus 2. In words, 3452 is 3452. What cards are used to make 4085? Write it in expanded form and in words. Find me. Read aloud the numbers and locate them in the grid. On the left side, there is a number grid showing several numbers, in which the numbers arranged in column 3, 7, 8, 2 are highlighted. Number 1. The number 3782. 2. 2576. 3. A 4-digit number with all digits the same. 4. The smallest 4-digit number in this table. 5. The largest 4-digit number in this table. 6. A number more than 5000 and less than 5200. 7. A number between 5600 and 6300. 8. A 4-digit number, all of whose digits can be found on a die. Note for teachers. Ensure that children use the appropriate cards and that the arrows of each card overlap. They should not pick up individual digits but appropriate thousands, hundreds, tens and ones. Teacher to point out the placeholder use of 0 in writing numbers in the Indian place value system. Page number 57. Let us solve. Question number 1. Use tokens of ones, tens, hundreds, thousands to identify the numbers and write them in the table. A. 6 tens and 22 ones. B. 4 tens and 12 ones. C. 3 hundreds, 4 tens and 8 ones. D. 12 hundreds, 18 tens and 2 ones. E. 1000, 5 hundreds, 10 tens and 17 ones. On the right side of the page, there is a picture of a girl arranging tokens in a row. Below, there is a table with 6 columns and 6 rows. In first row, second column, TH. Third column H. Fourth column T. Fifth column O. Sixth column number. Second row, first column, part A. Second column 0. Third column 0. Fourth column 8. Fifth column 2. Sixth column number 82. In rest of the rows B, C, D and E, all the columns are blank for students to write the answers. Below the table, there are two boxes. Box 1, 2A. Circle the number that is bigger, 30 or 300, 6,000 or 600, 6,000 or 3,000. Box 2, 2B. Circle the number that is smaller, 2 ones or 2 hundreds, 5 tens or 2 thousands, 7 tens or 4 hundreds. Note for teachers. Point 1. Draw attention of children to the use of only 10 digits 0 to 9 for writing all numbers, however large. Also, draw their attention to the order in which we read and write. First 1000, then 100, then tens, and finally ones. This exercise is to check that students understand the importance of units. 2 hundreds is always more than 2 tens, or 2 hundreds is more than 9 tens. Page number 58. Comparing numbers. Jaspreet and Gulnaz help to keep a record of the number of plates used in the Gurdwara every month. Use the signs smaller than and larger than to find the month when a larger number of plates were used. In February month, the number of plates is represented by 1 thousands, 2 hundreds, 1 tens and 3 ones, which becomes 1213. In March month, the number of plates is represented by 2 thousands, 100, 2 tens and 1 ones, which becomes 2121. Between both the months, there is a blank circle for students to place the smaller than or larger than sign. Similarly, in the next part, there is comparison between September and October month. In September month, there are 5 thousands, 6 hundreds and 7 ones. In October months, there are 6 thousands, 5 hundreds and 7 tens. Between both the months, there is a blank circle for students to place the larger than or smaller than sign. Next, there is a comparison between November and December month. In November month, there are 3 thousands, 9 hundreds and 9 ones. In December month, there are 4 thousands. Between both the months, there is a blank circle for students to place the larger than or smaller than sign. Compare the numbers using the signs smaller than and larger than. Below the question, there are two tables which are to be compared. The table 1 represent the number 3012. In column 1, TH. Column 2, H. Column 3, T. Column 4, O. Digit 3 is written below TH. Digit 0 is written below H. Digit 1 is written below 10 and digit 2 is written below O. In another table, the number represented is 3102. There are 4 columns TH, H, T and O. Below the column TH, there is digit 3. Below the column H, there is digit 1. Below the column T, the digit is 0 and below the column O, digit is 2. Between both the tables, there is a blank circle for students to place larger than or smaller than sign. Why is 3102 bigger than 3012? Describe how you decided which number is the bigger one. Which position, TH, H, T or O, helped you to decide this. Page number 59. Let us do. Question 1. Compare the following pairs of numbers using smaller than and larger than sign. Make a TH, H, T, O table if necessary. Share your thoughts with the class. Part A. 2190 blank box 2910. Part B. 7087 blank box 7088. Part C. 1009 blank box 9001. Part D. 982 blank box 1024. Question number 2. Order the prices of the following objects from smallest to biggest in increasing order. Below the question, there are 3 pictures. The first picture is of a gas stove which is marked rupees 1986. The second picture is of a casserole which is marked rupees 1099. The third picture is of an electric cooker which is marked rupees 1899. Below all the 3 pictures, there are blank boxes for students to write the correct answer in increasing order. Question number 3. The following women international cricketers have played 200 ODIs, that is one day international matches. Listed below are their scores. Arrange the runs scored by them in increasing order from lowest to highest. There is a table with 2 columns. In the first column, there is name of the cricketer and in the second column, there are the scores. Row 1. Debbie Hockley, 4064. Row 2. Susie Bates, 5114. Row 3. Karen Rolton, 4814. Row 4. Mithali Raj, 7805. Row 5. Charlotte, 6002. Below the table, there is a blank box for students to write the correct answer. Page number 60. Question number 4. Arrange the following mountain ranges in decreasing order of height from highest to lowest. Below the question, there is a table with 2 columns. In first column, the name of mountain range is written and in the second column, the height of the mountain range is written in meters. A picture of mountains is there in the background. Row 1. Kanchenjunga, 8586. Row 2. Mulayanagiri, 1930. Row 3. Chaukhamba 1, 7138. Row 4. Bela Dilla Range, 1276. Row 5. Nanda Devi, 7816. Row 6. K2, 8611. Row 7, Kal Subai. Height 1646 meters. Below the table, there is a blank space for students to write the correct answer. Question number 5. Use the signs smaller than, is equals to, greater than to compare the following. Part A. 2 tens plus 4 thousands plus 3 hundreds, blank space, 2043. Part B. 2 tens plus 4 thousands plus 3 hundreds, blank space, 4320. Part C. 2 thousands plus 9 hundreds plus 9 tens plus 9 ones, blank space, 3000. Part D. 15 ones plus 9 tens plus 3 hundreds, blank space, 1593. Part E. 5000 plus 30 plus 4, blank space, 5034. Part F. 5000 plus 300 plus 4, blank space, 5340. Question number 6. Fill the blanks with digits 0 to 9 such that the numbers meet the condition. Part A. 7 blank blank 3 is smaller than 7, 6, 8 blank. Part B. 8, 5, 3 blank is smaller than 8 blank 3 blank. Part C. Blank 2 blank 1 is smaller than 5 blank 2 blank. Page number 61. Challenge. There are 99 numbers strictly between 700 and 800, excluding 700 and 800. How many numbers are there strictly between 7000 and 8000? Circle the correct answer. The options are 900, 999 and 1000. Let us explore. Question number 1. Make as many 4-digit numbers as possible using the digits 2, 3, 4 and 7 without repetition. There are 24 different numbers possible. Find as many as you can and arrange the numbers in decreasing order in your notebook. Question number 2. Compare with your friends to find what other numbers they have made. See if all of you together can come up with all the 24 numbers. How do you know that you have all possible such numbers? Chapter 4 ends here.
Maths Mela. You were just listening to this audiobook, Textbook of Mathematics for Grade 4. Narration Renu Gupta. Sound recordist Prasoon Kumar. Production assistant Soumya Malik. Directed and produced by Vimalesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.